Today I want to talk about achieving freedom through discipline. And I know that I know this is a saying in the military, I guess, but I actually learned this principle in my yoga practice and my yoga studies. There's something called tapas, which is, discipline that brings heat, right? Heat in the body, heat in the mind. It increases courage and confidence because we challenge ourselves through discipline, right, to do something we maybe don't think is possible, or we break a habit pattern in our mind or an attachment in our mind. In our culture, freedom is often thought of as doing whatever I want whenever I want to do it. And that's actually not freedom. That is being a slave to attachments and habit patterns and whims, right? And that makes us dull. It makes us dull when we do whatever we want whenever we want, right? We're not actually ever challenging ourselves. But when we have discipline, when we're disciplined, for instance, with a yoga practice every day, so if I do whatever I want whenever I want every day, and my body might feel really tight, right? I might not feel fit because I might sleep in, I might eat a big breakfast, who knows, right? My discipline with my morning routine and my yoga practice gives me freedom in my body and freedom in my mind, right? So that discipline benefits, gives me more freedom in my health and well-being. Same thing with my digestion and immune system. I get a lot of freedom through intermittent fasting, right? Which isn't easy. I love food. I love to eat breakfast. And when I practice 1 day a week, I practice fasting until noon. And that feels like a challenge to me. And every time I do it, it's like, yeah, it's fine to go without food for several hours. It doesn't kill me, right? And it helps me to break my attachment with food. Like, how much food do I really need to eat? Yeah. So it helps there's freedom in that. I am no longer a slave to the food and having to eat. I'm not a slave to doing whatever I want. I am disciplined, and I create freedom in my body and my mind, health and well-being. And so I invite you in these challenging times to view, the fact that we're being asked to change our habits and not meet up with people, go out, go to work. That is challenging, and if we can be disciplined, we might discover some freedoms in that. Freedom to slow down and recover, which I think everyone in our culture is depleted. So it allows us to maybe spend more time doing things at home, doing things with close family that we live with. The beauty of the people of Italy singing together from their balconies, that wouldn't have happened had they not had the discipline to all stay home and felt the impact of that for themselves. Same thing with everyone in Spain clapping at 10 p.m. to acknowledge healthcare workers. That wouldn't have happened had those people not had the discipline to stay inside and experience the challenge, right? And then through that, we actually strengthen our connection to one another. And that's very beautiful. Now, I know that I run a small business, right? So that I have some potentially big decisions to make for April with some of my programs, and that's not easy, right? Income loss is very real and a challenge. And, right, there's a choice. I can be disciplined with my mind in turning, for instance, worry time into productive time, right? In discovering maybe new ways of doing things, right? So instead of being angry about the situation, which does nothing, right? Or worried, which also does nothing, is how can I turn that, be disciplined in my mind, not let my mind run amok, but use my breathing practices, meditation, thinking time to discover new freedoms, perhaps, that I wasn't aware of. So that's what I got for you today. I hope you are having a good day, and I hope you're well.